What is up, guys? It's the Exile here, back with episode 2 of Let's Play Path of Exile. So now, today we'll be continuing on with the Mercy mission, finding the medicine chest for Nessa. So let's go, the coast. Do this.
The very sand shivers with malice. There's a power here that welcomes me.
So just before we finished our last episode, we have a new ability. We have Spark, which is quite good. Quite a few badges here. Clear all of them. Just want to maximize their experience, I guess. Let's continue on after clearing all them. That was delightful. So now we've found an upgraded Spectre, which is pretty awesome. Better be careful here. So now we have an upgrade, some new boots, which is nice. Now facing the predators with animals, which is quite strong. There's a few corpses and whatnot impaled with spikes, so that's a bit crazy.
To learn is to live.
So let's hit level 3, which is nice. As soon as we jump in, we'll be leveling up. Amount of enemies we're facing here. Spark gem is now upgraded, so 2 additional projectiles. So now it's 3. Let's keep moving on. Ooh, better be careful. I like to round them up first because my abilities are as I said in the previous video. That doesn't know what it is. It splashes in multiple places. That's quite nice. Ooh, and mana regeneration. It's beautiful. Especially for a magic caster. Come back to that.
Calm's canoe struck this sand with the force of destiny. At his beck, the greatest war host in Kardui history tamed the wild sea, their canoes coupling with the land one by one. Lion-eyed gemlings met us with shining metal and bold words. Hyri's arrows withered their pride, Calm's axes silenced their despair. Marseilles Lion-Eye fought bravely to the last. Calm honored him with a place on his belt. Calm has shown Rayclast our Kardui strength. Calm will teach Rayclast the Kardui way.
So that must be some indigenous sort of carving, which is interesting. It's like a secondary story, which is quite cool.
I need more mana.
So I just tried testing to see if I could dual wield a Spectre and a wand, but I'm afraid I can't, so I went back to my wand just because I think it's out of range. Inconvenience. 3 barrels in the way. So I'm just moving along. That's nice, I found an additional scroll of wisdom. So I'm now at the tidal island, which is where the medical chest is. Beach on the tidal island. It's going to be very intense in here. I'm pretty sure there's 2 big bosses in here, filled with lots of enemies also. These cannibals are very quite crazy, being cannibals, but still doing crucifixions and impalments and stuff like that. It's crazy. So now there's a bit harder enemies. Oh, this is not going very well for me. Because the blue damage. Takes the level up from what those other guys were. So the cannibals So I found a robe now. I'm going to be equipped in that. It gives me a shield rather than having extra armor. Me being a caster, or a witch I should say, they revolve around having lots of it's called energy shields, and they rely on having a shield rather than armor, and then regeneration. So as soon as they run out of combat, the shield regenerates, or even during combat. It's how witches work, and maybe Shadow as well. They without their shields, so they can get very quickly. Them having a big shield, it's just an added thing that enemies have to fight through. So I leveled up again actually, so I now have two skill points that I'm able to put in. So I'm gonna just focus on having the biggest amount of cast speed and damage. I'm able to acquire some mana regeneration items. I won't have to focus on that primarily. I'll focus on the amount of damage I do. And I'd rather that than having mana regeneration, because I have potions for that, and also found a necklace, which here's one of the bosses. As you can see, there are a lot of enemies that I have to face as well. It's going to be a very tough fight. So I'm going to try to take out... Wow. Gonna have to be very careful. Can't really let him hit me. I'm gonna get absolutely destroyed. Pretty sure he summons minions as well. Have to be very careful. He's gonna do a lot of damage to me if I'm not careful. So with my potions being so low, I'm able to kill these Tide Striders, and they will give me extra doses. So that's very good. I was able to kill the boss and also gain a few extra things. So like a few different types of defensive armor, which is quite nice. Also the medical chest for the quest. So here I found an item that has armor and an energy shield rating. So this would be perfect for me. And look at that, 4% maximum energy shield. So I'm gonna put that on. So now I have the same amount of energy shield plus armor, which is really good. Also I found big got a life flask and a mana flask as well, so that's going to be very handy. I'm not going to go back just yet because I'm quite sure there's another boss around, but I also leveled up my fireball, which is going to do more damage with that 13 to 20. It's just going to tear through things. If you can see, these enemies also have energy shield having a blue outline. Some bosses also have that. So some enemies can be quite strong because of that. So the witch is quite strong. Well, at the moment. I'm not really getting too roughed around, which is quite good. Even when there's a lot of enemies around me, and me being so squishy, I can just use my AoE abilities. So look at this guy, massive cannibal. So my spark now has level up, which is quite nice. So I'm just going to go back just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm bringing up the map just so I can see which places I've explored, so I don't go back there. Wait for this. I can go out of it. As I just showed there, I was able to take out multiple enemies even though they were right up in my face, just by using my AoE abilities, which is quite nice. There's another engraving here actually. Just before I was able to hear the story of the Karu. So here's another.
Calm has removed the eternal stain from this coast. The Empire's citizens decorate our meeting houses with their heads. Our warriors build homes for our families. Our families till the earth, fish the waters, fill the air with song. The Karui way is yet a seedling here, but it grows, gains in pride and power every day. Calm has kept his promise. The time of the Karui has come.
So during my first playthrough of Path of Exile, I really didn't understand about these weathered carvings, so we'll have to see later on, because I was never able to discover anything to do about that. I found a whole bunch of the carvings, but I was unable to really identify if there's another mission or another storyline, anything like that, so we'll have to see later on if I uncover anything new. So now what I'm doing, I'm just making my way back to Lionel's Watch, so then I can return the medical chest to Nessa and get my reward.
A medicine chest. This means more to us than you can know. There are some who wouldn't have lasted the night without it. Take this. In return for the knowledge that one can do more than suffer and raycast. You and Tarkley, you give us something better than serums and soul. You give us hope.
So now I can choose from a medium life flask, mana flask, or a quicksilver flask. At the moment I don't need a quicksilver flask, but I might take another mana flask, which is quite nice. Let's see what this guy has to say.
You managed to salvage Shaky Hand's druggery. Nicely done. Nessa will put it to good use. More than that benumbed quack Optin ever did. Here, have one of these.
So me talking to him and Nessa, it gave me a double reward. So if I just talked to Nessa, it would have probably not given me the secondary reward, which is quite nice. So I'm able to choose from another one now, which is really good. So I think I'm gonna take not sure this time, man. Fire trap, I think. So that's really cool. I can shoot it on the ground and then detonate it when there's a lot of people, so I can lure them over to the trap. And I think that 3 means I can do 3 at a time, which is quite nice. Okay, so Tarkley has an exclamation mark above his head, so it's turn.
Animals don't seem to rise up after death the same as people do here. So if they aren't raising themselves, what's doing it for them? The answer's in that fetid pool near the mudflats. I know the place stinks to high heaven, but so does the idea of a flock of overactive bird carcasses hungry for a bit of living meat. Clear the place out and deal to whatever's raising those birds, and we'd be in your debt.
So that's quite good. We now have another quest. I'm gonna just sell some things quickly. Fantastic. Got a few extra things now. I'm just going to chuck these other things into the stash. So I need to be level 5 for that. Rusted coif, which is going to be quite useful for me. Yeah, it's fine. I'll just destroy it. Clear the fetid pool. Any all undead? Any other monsters? Okay, guys. I'm gonna leave this episode here and continue on our Let's Play of Path of Exile in episode 3. Thank you all you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Give me a thumbs up or subscribe if you want to see more or any other game related content on this channel. Thank you all for watching. See you later.